Hello from sunny Atlanta, and welcome to our second edition of the application game. I'm your host, Todd Wyatt, and frankly, I'm just as surprised as you are that we are here, and even more surprised that it was somehow by popular demand. Interesting. You people are interesting. And joining us today is our lucky bachelorette, or as I like to say, applorette, Caitlin. Caitlin is a structural engineer from North Georgia who's looking for that perfect application. Caitlin, welcome to our show. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Caitlin, and I have been wondering if there's a perfect software solution out there for me. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to make my life and work easier. And did I mention I need to collaborate with others? And my hobbies include playing Dungeons and Dragons.
A geek at heart, huh? Very nice. You'll fit right in with some of our contestants here. And Caitlin, get ready because we're about to change your life and introduce you to 3 eligible applications that are eager to meet you. And here they are. First, we have eligible application number 1, Mr. Notepad. Born in the early 1900s, oddly, still an app on my iPhone, and somehow managed to stumble and find his way back into our game. Next up is lucky application number 2, Mr. Adobe Pro. Mr. Adobe Pro, which we thought had uninstalled, he prides himself on being very difficult to adapt to anyone's personal use. And our final contestant, and just back from hanging out with Mr. 305 Pitbull down in Miami, application number 3 is Mr. Bluebeam. And as a side note, Mr. Bluebeam currently has over 2 million happy users around the world and is really rocking that groovy 70s vibe. Well, let's get started because, frankly, I think I have something else going on. Now, let's meet our eligible applications. Mr. Notepad, over to you.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Notepad, and you know that you told me that there was going to be some free donuts here, which you wanted me to come back. I don't see any donuts here. What's going on?
We'll have some soft serve ready for you at the end of this program. Don't want to hurt those teeth, you know?
Yeah, well, get me food, okay?
Sounds great. In the green room afterwards. That soft serve's all ready for you.
That's what they said last time. All right.
And contestant number 2, Mr. Acrobat, welcome.
Thank you. Hey, Caitlin, this game's already over. We might as well just close it out. I'm taking it home. Everybody knows I'm the best application. People who really know me will tell you that I'm difficult and pretty much impossible to save any of those cool markups that you're trying to customize. I don't think that's true. And I always tell them, hey, this ain't Burger King. Can't have it your way.
Not a democracy around there. Got it. Mr. Bluebeam, welcome.
Hey, Mr. Todd, thank you so much. And Caitlin, mwah, so good to see you again. My name is Mr. Bluebeam. My friends call me Review, and I was born to make your work easier. And a little fun fact, when I was hanging out with Mr. Pitbull in Miami, I realized I have something in common with him. You want to know what that is, Caitlin?
Yeah.
Well, we are both worldwide, baby.
Oh, I like it.
I see what you did there. Nice. Alrighty then. The suspense is killing me, I'm sure. Who will she choose? Let's find out on the application game, part 2. All right, Caitlin, why don't you start off by asking the applications your first question?
All right. Hi, so applications, as you know, my name is Caitlin, and I work as a structural engineer. Lately, since working remotely, I have more work and less time to do it. And I want an application to make my life easier and not more complicated. So let's go ahead with question number 1. Since working remotely, I have to email PDFs to my clients all the time. And frankly, it's a nightmare keeping up with all their markups and comments. How can you make this easier for me?
Well, Mr. Notepad, you're up.
Yeah, that's Caitlin. That's easy. You talking fruit cups? Fruit cups? Can I have two of those, Todd? Marca fruit cups?
Delicious, but off subject a bit, Mr. Notepad. Mr. Adobe, hopefully you might have a more on topic answer.
It's easy to follow this guy. I mean, but did you say collaborate, Caitlin?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could use Microsoft Teams, but I hope you're able to get your collaboration done within 60 minutes or poof, it's done from there.
Pressure with that time crunch. Interesting. Mr. Bluebeam.
Thanks, Todd. I'll be happy to answer that one. Did I mention my middle name is collaboration? And by the way, with me, you can use sessions that doesn't have any time limit, Mr. Adobe. No, you can have 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years. And by the way, it is totally, are you ready? Free, baby. Free for anyone who wants to work with you while you're in this live session. How do you like that?
That is totally awesome. All right. Well, thanks, guys. My second question is, I usually get revised drawings from my engineers once a month, and I spend too much time looking for what's changed. How can your software help me with the Where's Waldo search?
I believe Mr. Notepad was friends with Mr. Waldo back in the day. So, Mr. Notepad, how do you help with that search?
You don't have to be a wise guy, Todd. Well,
Part of the territory.
I take a magnifying glass, which I drink out of, and I just kind of, like this, Sonny, I kind of look through every time. Or, if I want to get a better look at it, I just take a couple pair of glasses here. And what do you call it? A computer you look through.
Yeah.
Right, Caitlin? That's a
Hi.
great answer.
Well, that's a thinker. Mr. Adobe.
Searching. Yeah, I got nothing. Sorry.
All right.
Didn't think I'd get to the point where Mr. Notepad had a better answer. Mr. Bluebeam, what you got?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. Fellas, step aside. I got this. I'm glad you asked, Caitlin, because built in the Bluebeam review, I can compare and, you ready for it? Overlay, baby, drawings to have the software find all the changes you have with one little click and create a summary report. And if you use Extreme, you can batch compare as many files as you want.
Oh, I like that.
I'm all about saving you time.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going to get some time back to spend on better things. Yes.
Okay, I can see someone's excited. Let's continue, shall we? Question number 3.
Do we have to? I think I already know the one that's meant for me.
Irrelevant. It's under legal contract. We have to do question number 3. Ed, Caitlin,
All right.
let's hear it.
Right. Question number 3. Finally, I'm starting to get out and visit construction sites, and I need to bring with me all the files, markups, and red lines, shop drawings, a camera, and so much more. And frankly, looking around a box on wheels isn't my idea of fun. How can you help me lighten my load, so to speak?
Mr. Notepad.
Well, all I've got to say is that paper is here forever. You remember that Y2K stuff? All right, well, that doesn't work out exactly how I thought it would, but here's a couple. I think that's my Farrah Fawcett poster. but everybody's turning to me now. Paper, right? Maybe. Caitlin, right?
Can you hear me, Mr. Notepad?
You
Yeah.
might need to speak up just a little bit, Caitlin.
That's
No.
gonna be a hard no. I don't think so. That is so 1980s.
80s was a great time. Good music.
Awesome. I got to agree.
That
with
is a
Mr.
valid
Notepad
point,
on
Mr.
that.
Notepad.
Gotta agree with that.
And Mr. Adobe, you bring anything else but classic 80s rock?
Yeah, I think Todd. I'm going to have to defer the rest of my time to Mr. Notepad. I feel like he and I are probably right along the same level as, what we can accomplish. So was this a Photoshop question or, yeah, it's going to be for me, PDFs on a smart device. But what else would you ever need? Right. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Lots of things. PDFs, Word docs, Excel owner's manual, and a whole lot more.
It's all overrated.
So Mr. Bare Minimum, Mr. Bluebeam, what you got?
Well, listen, Mr. Basic over here. Again, step aside. Mr. Notepad, I got to tell you, I agree with you. The 80s, they rock. Now, Caitlin, I want you to picture this, baby.
Okay.
Over here with Bluebeam, you can bring in Word docs, Excel, PowerPoint photos. You want to have them online?
Yeah.
Do you want them on your iPad?
Yeah.
You got it. It's all included. And you know how much it costs? Take a guess.
How much? Is it free?
Free. It's included
Oh, that's
in
nice.
every edition of Bluebeam. I got you covered.
That's wonderful. Wow, Todd, can I please pick one now?
No, you may not. Question number 4. All right, let's keep this game show going.
Oh,
So much excitement, so much mystery. Who will Caitlin pick? Question number 4, Caitlin, it's to you.
Okay. Question number 4. I need to mark up my PDF drawings for each discipline, take area and linear measurements, and have all those available to me in other applications like Excel and Word. Can you do all that and play well with others?
Mr. Notepad, can you play well with others?
Yeah, Caitlin, I think I did this last time, marking up like this. All
Uh-huh.
right.
Uh-huh.
And I put my marker in my mouth
Uh-huh.
like this. And then
Uh-huh.
we measure it. You see this right here, Caitlin? You can't see my marker. My measuring stick, and I measure stick like that. And then you got to tape it. I got some electrical tape here, and then you tape it down to the. Whoop! You cut it. You cut it. Of course, I can do that.
This hurts to watch.
This does hurt. Oh,
I'm not done. I'm being creative. Caitlin, you need a creative guy.
Yeah.
I got it all.
He does. he
Maybe
does
not
think outside the
efficiency,
box.
but creativity.
I got it all. Electrical tape.
Mr. Adobe, how about you?
I got nothing.
Short and sweet, Mr. Bluebeam.
Oh, that's one of the things I do best. Oh, but I got to tell you, Mr. Notepad, that is, I want to do crafts with you. If I want to do some homework project with my kids, I am there with you. Let's cut some paper dolls afterwards. All right.
I got
let's
a
get
ball of
those-
yarn. If you weren't over there, Rick, or Mr. or Al says, hey, take your hat off.
Well, Caitlin, I can help you manage all those markups and even keep them organized via color-coded subject filter, calculated totals, even with formulas. And you can even send those to your favorite applications, Word, or even Smart Link to Excel. It's extreme, baby.
Wow. Oh, all right.
This is a close running battle, Caitlin. I think we're ready for your last and final question, though, maybe.
All right. You ready, guys? Here it is. Applications.
I'm ready.
What would you say is your best attribute.
Mr. Notepad, what is your best attribute?
I'm sexy. I'm sexy. Sexy as you want. A sexy guy. And I get the job done. I'm creative. I got it all.
You make arts and crafts, yeah.
That he does.
Well
Yeah.
then, that soft serve is almost ready for you, Mr. Notepad. Don't you worry. Mr. Adobe,
Caitlin, if you pick anybody other than Mr. Notepad, I'm seriously going to question your decision-making capabilities. Just going to put that out there. I'd have to say, if you purchase a subscription to my pro version, I can convert files to PDFs, and you can print from any application to create a PDF.
All right, yeah.
well, there you
Cool.
go. Mr. Bluebeam, the floor is yours.
Let me think. My best attribute. I mean, not to boast, but there's so many good things about Bluebeam. It's hard to start with just one. But I guess if I were to say my best attribute for you is the ability to mark up, collaborate, and manage easily from home or on site. Can I say work smarter, not harder? And yeah, you can print PDFs. And by the way, you don't need any subscription. You just print as long as you want, because guess what, Caitlin?
What?
When you buy that software, it is yours for as long as you want. As long as that computer still has juice in it. Talking about juice, how's that juice, Mr. Notepad? Well, he's a regular kind of guy. You know, what can I say?
Better than Gatorade.
Yeah, that's right. That's your Gatorade. Keep drinking. So no pesky yearly subscriptions. You own it, baby. It's yours, and you can mark up all day long and collaborate with others.
Wow. I think I'm ready to choose.
All right. Well, Caitlin, the decision is yours. Who's going to be your final pick? I know it has been interesting, all the different
Quite the
answers.
competition. Oh, yes.
So who are you going to pick? Application number 1, Mr. Notepad. Application number 2, Mr. Adobe. Or application number 3, Mr. Bluebeam.
Well, Todd, I have to say this particular application is like having my cake and eating it too, and it will definitely make my life easier. So I'm gonna go with application number 3, Mr. Bluebeam.
Mr. Bluebeam wins
Oh.
again.
Right here.
Perfect.
Dude.
Congratulations, Caitlin and Mr. Bluebeam. I think for all of your needs, that was really the only choice. Thank you, Mr. Notepad and Mr. Adobe, for being present today. We are maybe appreciative of your answers. Well, folks, that's all the time we got. My name is Todd Wyant, and I want to let you know that this is it. We got something else to do. And this was Applied Software's application game. Thank you, everybody, for your time. And hopefully there's no more popular demand, because come on, Mr. Bluebeam, everybody. So thank you for your time. That's all our show for today.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks,
Oh.
Mr. Bluebeam.
You are
other
welcome,
guys,
Caitlin.
You were all right.
You
And a
call me.
final note, although all our contestants were portrayed by actors, all the applications were real, and no applications were harmed during the filming of the show. If you're interested in finding out more information on Bluebeam and how it could be the perfect match for you, please feel free to email bluebeam@asti.com. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.